students, in this video, we will review questions number 68 to 72 of the 2023 SHSAT Practice Exam. Grab a notebook and pencil and let's get started. Number 68, in the parallelogram above, what is the value of x? One of the 5 properties of a parallelogram is that consecutive angles are supplementary. That means 2x plus 3x equals 180. Since these angles are right next to one another. When we combine like terms, we have 5x equals 180. We will divide by 5 on both sides. And now we have 18 divided by 5 is 3, remainder 3, and 30 divided by 5 is 6. So the value of x is 36. E is the correct answer. Number 69, a bus begins its trip with R occupants, including the driver. At each of the 20 stops, 3 people get on and no one leaves. If there are 3 times as many bus occupants at the end of the 20th stop as there are at the end of the 4th stop, how many occupants did the bus have immediately after the 10th stop? That was a mouthful. Let's see if we can write down some of this information so we can make sense of it. So it starts off here with R. After the first stop, it will be R plus 3. After the second stop, we have R plus 6. The third stop, R plus 9. The fourth stop, R plus 12, and so on and so forth. After the 20th stop, it will be R plus 60. Notice to get this number, we're just multiplying 1 times 3. 1 times 3, 2 times 3, 3 times 3, 4 times 3. So 20 times 3 is 60. It says that there are 3 times as many bus occupants at the end of the 20th stop as there are at the end of the 4th stop. That means the 4th stop, which is R plus 12, times 3 equals the amount that's at the end of the 20th stop, which is R plus 60. So this is the equation that we will need to solve. R plus 60 equals 3R plus 36. When we subtract R on both sides and subtract 36 on both sides, we are left with 2R equals 24. So R equals 12. Now that is the amount that the bus started off with. To identify the occupants the bus had immediately after the 10th stop, again, it's going to be R plus 30. 10 times 3 is 30. So we will have 12 plus 30, which is 42. The correct answer is choice D. Number 70, J sold N tickets. Pilar sold 3 times as many tickets as J did. Together, J and Pilar sold 10 more tickets than Amy sold. Which expression shows how many tickets Amy sold? Let's write out our information. We have J, Pilar, and Amy. It says that J sold N tickets. Pilar sold 3 times as many tickets as J did. So Pilar's amount will be 3N. Together, J and Pilar sold 10 more tickets than Amy sold. So when we add J's amount plus Pilar's amount, we would have to then subtract 10 to identify what Amy's amount is. Like, think about it. It says J and Pilar sold 10 more tickets than Amy. So let's say J and Pilar together sold 30 tickets. Amy would have to sell 20 tickets. We would do 30 minus 10 to get 20. So it says which expression shows how many tickets Amy sold. So if we wanted to simplify Amy's amount, we could combine like terms here. We have 4N minus 10 would represent the number of tickets that Amy sold. So H is the correct answer. Number 71, for what values of X is the above inequality true? I personally prefer for the variable to be on the left. So I will write 6X here on the left. I will reflect the inequality symbol. So instead of it being greater than, it's going to switch to less than, and we will write negative 12 here on the right. I will then divide both sides by 6. So we have X is less than negative 2. It's also important to look at how the answer choices are represented. In the original problem, X was on the right, and in the answer choices, X was on the left. So it's really important to pay attention to the format of how the problem is represented. So the correct answer here is choice C. x is less than -2. Number 72. If 5 times x minus 6y equals 50y, what is the value of x in terms of y? Let's solve. Since this is a literal equation, we can go ahead and perform the distributive property, combine like terms, and then isolate the variable x. We can start off with the distributive property. We will multiply both of these terms here by 5. So we have 5x minus 30y equals 50y. Now we can combine like terms. Negative 30y and 50y are like terms, but in order to move negative 30y over to the right-hand side, we need to perform the inverse operation method. The opposite of subtracting 30y is to add 30y to both sides. We now have 5x equals 80y. Our final step is to divide both sides of this equation by 5. So we have x equals 16y. So E is the correct answer. If you learned something in this video, please go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodles!